like everything simple, it's mired in complexity, because actually the hard part of making something simple is making it simple. But the reality is exactly that. We've just created really a digital ecosystem that sits around aging infrastructure, because a lot of the financial services companies have been around for a long time, and a lot of that infrastructure ain't exactly new. But again, it's worked very well. It's very well embedded in many different places. The problem is it's constrained. It's constrained because it wasn't designed with a digital era in mind. So it's all about actually how can someone take on the work of creating those integration points into these old platforms. And then on the other side of that digital world is really flexibility. And that's what we've done, is created sort of the flexible tools by doing, 3-4 years worth of work, right, to get these integrations going with these key strategic partners of the banks, so that now they have an ecosystem, a tool set that essentially they can put in front of their clients. And because the clients of these banks are increasingly tech savvy, and they know how to do things really quickly, and they're only being slowed down by the fact that the banks weren't really opening up these digital channels. So that was our core part of the journey, was to say, okay, how do we bring those tools? Because the bank can't rip out these old platforms and just replace it with something that is new, because it's not just about that. It's about how those platforms are integrated into an end-to-end customer experience, right? How do I receive a statement? How do I pay down against my statement? How do I query a charge? How do I get a new card? All these are different platforms, and they've taken a long time to create what that end-to-end user experience looks like. So you have to work within that construct. I'd say before we came around, many people were just saying, oh, to hell with it. I'm just going to wipe the table clean and start with a whole new, fresh ecosystem, which has worked really well, because at the same time, we came at an era when neobanks were emerging, neo card issuers were emerging. And so they were like, well, we're starting from scratch anyway, so brilliant. Let's find what this best in breed technology might look like. But then they're faced with a different problem, which is like, great, now they have to figure out acquisition of clients. And and we all know that's not difficult. And our bet to some degree was, look, the underlying relationship between clients and banks is not that broken, right? It was just missing some of these key tools. And so we made a contrarian bet and saying, actually, I think just overlaying new digital capabilities is going to be more appealing to clients than for them having to start afresh with a whole new relationship, right, with a
Yeah.
card issuer or a bank.